and welcome to Film Companion South. My name is HridayRanjan. You're watching NotATollyReview. This week's movie is Ramabanam, starring Gopichand, Dimple Hayathi, Jagapathi Babu and Kushboo. The film is directed by Sriwass. Gopichand plays Vicky, who is the younger brother to Jagapathi Babu, a peace-loving man in his village. When the local goon, played by Nassar, troubles them, the two brothers have a difference in ideology, which leads to the younger brother to run away from home, and he goes to Kolkata to become a don over there. Of course, this is a Kolkata where everybody speaks Telugu, like it's not West Bengal, but it's West Godavari. And in movies, you know what happens when a young kid is alone in a new city. Of course, he meets a local gangster who employs young kids for illegal activities. By now, you must have understood that the rest of the story is like playing Dream 11. You select your players and you just predict what will happen. The real problem with Ramabanam is how jaded and how dated it seems. Every scene reminds you of a movie that you have already watched. Every plot point is one that you have seen earlier. Even in the technical departments like the music, the background score, it's all shockingly obsolete. Take for example the cinematography and the sound design. Now there really is not much thought that goes into the cinematography of most movies. The only instruction seems to be that everything needs to look pretty. There is nothing artistically to look forward to in the framing. And the same goes for the sound design too. The only instruction seems to be, let's test the decibel level of the speakers. Make everything as loud as possible. It's a difference you find when you watch movies by Sukumar or Rajamouli and you compare them with the rest. Here, it's like the camera and sound department are just there because it's not a silent movie. Dimple Hayathi plays a girl who falls in love. She has no job, no aspirations, no desire in life except to get married. I guess she is simple Hayathi. The rest of the actors are just hanging around. Every frame has at least 10 actors in it. Many of them are just nodding and agreeing and just, reacting like they were kidnapped and asked to act in the movie. In terms of positives, I guess one could say that it is fun to watch Jagapathi Babu, who is back after long, and he is clearly the best among the lot in this movie. In terms of story, the film does have some touches, but the repeated emphasis on organic food, organic farming. Over the last few years, we have seen a number of films deal with the issue of organic farming. Ramabanam is just another addition to that list. Also, where the film lacks in heft, it tries to make up with its attempts at comedy. The film brings together Ali, Vennelu Kishore, Satya, Saptagiri, Get Up Sinu, and the jokes are the kind that will give you a sense of humor. There were families and kids sitting around me and they were breaking into laughter during the comedy scenes. So I don't know. Maybe if the film released a few years ago, it would have been a successful movie. I don't know. Because it has all the makings of films from the last few decades. About Gopichand, I really liked the striped shirts that he wore in the movie. In terms of performance, there really isn't much I could say. So I was constantly trying to figure out what brand the shirts belong to. And I noticed some of them were from Marks and Spencer's. So I guess that's one good takeaway. Kushboo is just about alright in the role of the ever-supportive Vadina. Ironically, the film has Gopichand saying lines like Kalam Marindi, Manam Kuda Marali, but the film unfortunately is a throwback to films from so long ago. It's hard to recommend Ramabanam when films like Virupaksha and PS2 are still running in theaters. Ramabanam is an old arrow in a new quiver. It brings an arrow to a gunfight in terms of ideas or aesthetics and feels outdated in the age of OTTs. It's the kind of movie where you need 2 Red Bulls to stay awake, and I don't even mean the energy drink. You need to be chased by bulls in the middle of the movie to stay awake. Thank you so much for watching our review of the movie Ramabanam. Please remember to subscribe to Film Companion South on YouTube for more videos, reviews and interviews. Thank you so much.